If you're here, it means that you really have nothing better to do in Elite, so you want to be an asshole. Well, might as well help you on your way there, cause you know, there aren't enough assholes in Elite as is. No, not at all. Tip number 1. Let's start with something fairly easy. First, get a big ship and fill it up with as much protective gear as you can. Shields, reinforcements and such. Then, name your ship the Butt Plug. The name will make sense soon enough. Then move to a player-populated area. A good example would be community goal systems. So now that you're set and in the right place, here's what you do. As soon as you spot a commander approaching the mail slot, hurry up and try to jam yourself underneath or above him, effectively plugging the hole. See, I told you that that name would make sense. I call this action the double penetration of the station. Tip number 2. Right, if mail slot plugging isn't your thing, maybe something more proactive could satisfy that inner asshole of yours. First, get an Eagle or any other very maneuverable ship, give it interdictor, and set off. Now that you're traveling in Super Cruise, scan for any player's ships in the area. Once found, interdict it. Since you can move a lot better than most other ships, interdiction should be successful. The point of this is just to annoy commanders. Once interdicted, just leg it as if somebody set your testicles on fire. And so with that, you could call yourself the Interdictor. Tip number 3. Hey, did you ever wanted to be on front page of some online forums? Well, the best way to get there is by being a massive cunt and ruining everyone's fun by going to community goal system and just destroying any ship that's smaller than you. And then using a tip from my previous video, combat log like a complete pussy as soon as they manage to put up a fight. Yep, the cries and tears of those poor souls getting fucked doing community goals certainly will nourish you. Tip number 4. And speaking of combat, this little tip comes from a commenter on my last tips video. So what you do is combat fit your Ferdinand or really any other big ship, then find a resource site popular amongst new players. And just ROFL stomp anyone you like. Yep, that kind of a fuck would also get off by desecrating graveyards. Tip number 5. Okay, another tip coming from a couple of viewers. Get a ship with a lot of compartment space. Load it up with enough cargo racks and collect their limpets. Then once more go to a popular resource extraction site. As you jump in, just go next to anyone who's mining and deploy your limpets, effectively stealing their materials and having a laugh. As that poor miner wonders why isn't he getting anything. Seriously people, how petty can you be if you are actually doing this? Tip number 6. Now let's presume you're a pretty skilled player and you can stand your ground. Quite a big asshole move would be to shoot out enemies' thrusters, power generator or canopy and leave their ass to suffocate alone. So do it only to people you truly hate. Probably other assholes and federals. Better yet, as an added insult, teabag his ship until he decides to self-destruct. Tip number 7. And as the last little tip, if it wasn't already clear enough, kill feds. I mean, come on, what they are good for anyways. You know that Hudson and Winters guys? Oh wait, that's a chick. Okay. Well, anyways, they are a useless waste of space, so killing any of their supporters is a mandate for any proud Imperial. But anyways, there you go my fellow space truckers. Tips for you not, and I repeat, not to do. Except for the last 2 maybe. So if I missed any tips, let me know, or you can go and check my first video on this. You might find something there too. But until then, I'll see you floating around in space somewhere.